Billy, shadow line. This is something that we're first time coming across that. Tell me how it's done and why don't you like it?
It's not doesn't leave a nice straight line because you can't have a perfect frame in a house. There's always a wave in the frame, and normal G-block covers it, and then corners just cover even more, so you can't, it hides it. But this, it exposes it even more. It just shows how uneven it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let me show. This is what you're holding in the hands.
What you do, you leave when I'm putting this sheet up. I actually have to leave the gap underneath, so they can put this thing inside of it. So it sits on there, and then after the patch of the tail is off,
I can see. So this part here
is inside
is
of the hole.
right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do they need to somehow cover that little hole in there?
That's yeah. Somehow, who? Either Painter or them, or it's not easy. Painter doesn't like it because he can't put his finger in there to use a normal gap.
Right.
So he can put a gun there, but he can't put his finger there.
I was wondering because when I saw that hole, it's quite small actually. And what you're talking about is this, that
being uneven, see?
it's uneven.
Yeah.
When you put it in,
The wall
it's
here
uneven.
is higher than there, and then higher there. So that gap there, what do you do with it?
Huh. Yeah.
But after it's all done, it's kind of okay. But if you don't,
Because you know it, yeah.
If you
So
don't know it, you're not gonna.
are you saying in your house you wouldn't do
Never.
the shadow line?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Interesting.
A lot of work as well. Costs you a lot more to do it, and it doesn't look that nice.
Right.
More difficult to do the doors because you don't have the architraves around the doors to hold the door. So it's the same thing. Especially solid doors without architraves, it's like if you slam the door, you can move.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks modern. It looks okay, but I definitely wouldn't do it in my house.
Got it. Yeah, I'll show a bit more. So here. Here, because there was a door before,
Yeah.
and now it's going to be a wall, so we have to continue with that to make it look like that. Okay, at the top as well.
Yeah, because you've got to match the existing ceiling, so you have to sort of move this one, that one, and over here. And here we had to rip the old one off and put a new one on so it's kind of straighter because it's a one piece rather than joint. And have a look at the imperfection in G-block here. Right where you
Ah,
walk.
yeah, I can see,
And
yeah.
just have a look at that. It's a very bad plaster work. So I'm
But plaster work.
gonna get our plasterers to fix that.
Oh yeah, well, as you go, you can find a few of those things that you have to fix. All right. Thank you. Alrighty, so Billy,
Yeah, they've been doing internal.
who's been doing it?
Plasterers have done internal corners.
Plasterers have done their
And they've
job.
done most of the shadow line now.
Are
Don't
they
think there's anything
finished?
left. Yeah.
They finished with all the work?
No. Oh, it's drying. See how it's yellow?
Ah, so it's
not dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather is not good for the plaster today.
It dries a bit
Slow.
slower.
Yeah, even yesterday's one is not dry.
Yeah. Do they normally do a few coats or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they've done that. They wait
First
until
coat,
it's dry, and then they do
Then
another
they do
one.
the next one tomorrow.
Ah. How are they doing? Doing on time? All good?
Yeah,
Any troubles?
no trouble.
No troubles.
Frankie's the only trouble.
We've got at least one Frankie on the job site, yeah? Bill is struggling with names, so he calls them all Frankie.
Painter Frankie.
Painter Frankie. Yeah, they've done a lot today, yeah? So all...
Yeah. And they've done internals.
What is it called, what they have just done?
Setting.
Setting. And then sanding after that, yeah?
Then sanding after that, yeah.
Yeah, I can see they've done in all bathrooms the ceilings and patched up all the holes. This they don't have to do because we're going to put tiles on it, yeah? Troubles with our tiles.
Tiles, yeah.
I
Not
found
tile.
out today, not tilers, but tiles. I was so hoping that there was a mistake and they're going to tell me, no, it's already here because our tilers are ready, just about. They just need to do the waterproofing and they're ready.
But they're not going to do waterproofing until we know we can start tiling, because otherwise the waterproofing membrane gets broken. If people walk on it or do something, then they have to do it again. So they just leave it like that until we say, yeah, tiles are here, then the waterproofing, the tile.
Right.
So
we were expecting our tiles to be already here, which is mid-February, but there's some delays and they're arriving. Best case scenario, end of March. Worst case scenario, early of April. And we need to figure out what to do, how we're gonna go about this, because 2 months delay in tiles, and once the tile is delayed, then other things are delayed as well.
yeah, we're gonna be like about 2 months, 2.5 months.
So everything will become delayed by 2 months.
We can get as much done as possible on the inside, but we can't. Like we can get painted. We can get the floors and tiles are gonna need to be last. And then painter might have to touch up afterwards because they can damage things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll sit down in a minute and we'll have a chat to see what's the best way to go about it. It is what it is. The things are coming along. I mean, we have calculated for time-wise, we have allowed for the worst case scenario, but it's not what you want. To be happening. It's not a deal breaker, but it's not something that we wish it to be. Okay, that's the progress so far. I see you also have covered this window that was there before. Is the plasterer also going to do something in there?
No, because we put in kitchen cupboards on top of it, so nobody's going to see that.
Nobody's going to see that because kitchen cabinets go on it. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, plasterer did. Yeah, basically, they've done their first coat everywhere throughout, upstairs and downstairs. Good. Also in here, where can I go out? Where is the way to go out? Or I can show from here. This is where you last time added the wall, yeah? And now the renderer have been already here and they rendered that. Looks like it was always a part of that wall now, yeah? Yeah. On this side and same somewhere here on this side. It's really hard to see, but it's that part there. The scaffolding is on the way. But it's done. And you also, when are you going to put those, you call them rails? What is it called? Channel, something with the receiving channel. When are you going to do that in there? Billy, when did you say you're going to have to do that receiving channel in there for the patio roof?
As long as I get it done before scaffold goes, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, even if it goes, I can still do it off the ground, but it's easier for scaffolding.
It's easier on the scaffolding. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, heavy claw underneath, see?
Ouch!
Scaffolders.
Watch your head.
Bill
is removing horizontal cladding and we're going to put a vertical cladding on it. after. Okay, Billy,
Hmm?
what do you say?
I
about
say it's wonderful.
You say it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
The panels are in, the outside panels. A bit hard to see because of the scaffolding, but I
But it
like
looks good already, you can
It
tell.
looks good already,
Mm.
yes. Those two main things, they changed the house, huh,
Yeah,
Billy?
it definitely looks different.
Yeah.
Instead of just being good old white house everywhere.
Instead of being just good old white house, Bill says it now has the crazy pavers and the panels. Nice. I love
It's
it.
going to be interesting to see before and after.
Say again?
The photo is going to be interesting to see before and after photo.
The photo before and after, yes. Definitely.
Such a difference.
The crazy paver guy, he's getting there, yeah?
He's almost done, yeah.
It's almost done.
I told him I want him to get it done, so like we got other work for him to do.
We need to get it done,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any troubles? Any issues?
No. I kicked the scaffold up there.
You
I think I
kicked
might
the
have broke my
scaffolding
toe.
up there.
I think I might have broke my toe.
Billy,
I don't want to
no.
take my shoe off to have a look
No.
until I get home.
No. I said no. We agreed. No more cutting ourselves.
Well, I didn't cut myself. I kicked something.
Hey, say out loud, you're not going to break anything on your body.
This was an accident.
Enough.
I like the way it looks, the front.
You like the way it looks. You don't want to talk about it, huh?
I don't want to talk about it. It's too late.
You're unreal. You work too quick. Alrighty. Okay, good. Anything else? What else has been done today?
Plaster has done the top coat.
Plaster done the top coat?
Yeah, Johnny almost finished upstairs. So
Painter
next
almost
week we
finished
can get a
upstairs?
scaffold down. And I called Jeff. He can come in 2 weeks to start doing concreting outside.
Good. In 2 weeks, concreting. Nice.
Yeah, they're out west. They're there for 2 weeks. And when they come back, this is the first job.
That's going to make a difference. Yeah.
Then we can start tiling on the outside.
Yeah.
Might as well get rid of all those tiles.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
They're sitting
start-
in the garage
yeah,
and taking
start
up
doing
the place,
everything, yeah.
the space.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Once we
Alright.
break everything and everything, then we can start tiling.
We're going to break off those.
Wherever there's a blue paper, where I reduced the door by the window, by one window, one slider. Yeah, we're gonna break it up and then get a renderer to render it, and then I was gonna paint it.
So it's going to look like it always was a
Was that
wall.
way, yeah. It actually, from the bedroom, looks actually quite good.
From inside?
Mm.
Yeah, because the plaster have already.
Yeah, put everything down, and it looks like it was there all the time.
Yeah, but once the painter paints it, then even better. I'll show what we're talking about. It's basically this where it was a window before, and this one here. It was also a window before, and there's one more on the other side. Yeah,
the other side of the office.
It's a bit too hard to get there now. Okay, cool. That's what I have done so far.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.